So we'll keep scanning. So AHPI, we're gonna take a look at AHPI. All right, during the morning, nice move upwards until it reversed from the highs of 945, came down, and now it's trying to pick itself up. Let's see. Well, we have to be careful because if we look at the daily, you can see that there's resistance up in these levels. And history shows that it's left a topping tail multiple days in a row. It's been leaving more topping tails, meaning that it makes a high for the day and then it comes down and it closes lower. No, it doesn't go any higher than those highs. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Could possibly pull back towards this pivot, 793. Boom, that. Nothing else is really happening at the moment. But if we add, definitely we're looking for us to sell before this pivot at 74. So go ahead and throw out our order there. Looks like there's enough strength coming in with our stop loss underneath below this pivot, which is 791. And with enough strength, it'll make its way back up, break not only the high here of 833, but also break above that implied resistance VWAP, and then make its way up towards this high here, and we'll sell at this high. We won't get too greedy. Now if we look at this from the high of day towards this next pivot, we have been breaking that descending resistance as well. So we have descending resistance, and then it's broken above that descending resistance at that very moment. Although this is not really in our favor, these three candles that are just consolidated, it's not really in our favor until we manage to get a new 1 minute candle that breaks above these levels and shows us strength. Proves to us that it has the volatility, the momentum to continue moving upwards. If it doesn't, boom, guessed it'll come down and stop us out, and potentially it'll continue selling off. There it goes. Now it's going to test VWAP and that pivot that we talked about. It's testing 833 now. So those candles we were looking for, after it tests these and it manages to break above them, we have another resistance at around 840, 845. That's this line here. Breaks those, we have a higher chance of making it up here towards 872. There it goes, testing at 840. There's 3,000 shares on the ask. Goes, giving us a little bounce back. Happy Friday, by the way. Today it's Friday, and it's the last trading day of July. It's July 30th now. Coming back down to test this support now. We wanted to hold and then bounce off of that and then make its way up. So we had this previously, we spoke about this descending resistance, right from the high of the day towards this pivot, broke above it, but also we have now an ascending support, something that looks like that. So definitely confirmation, right? Broke above that descending resistance, and then it has been holding this ascending support. Let's see, get rid of these lines. It looks kind of messy. Definitely looking for it to break that 840 now. There it goes, coming back up to test it. There it is, 839, 845. There you go. See it kind of struggling there around 845. Testing, now it's breaking it. Very nice. Getting closer towards our profit target. Just 3 cents. Actually just 5 cents away. There it goes, 2 cents, and that's it. That was a winning trade. Sold right before this resistance. Although with the right momentum, it could break through this thing and keep going. But that's already gets riskier, right? Because the higher a stock price goes, the riskier it becomes. We know that. Okay, we're gonna look at MRIN. MRIN with the break of the whole $8 would be a nice trade there. Because we have here on this pivot 7.99. We have some descending resistance there based off of those two pivots. Relative to one another, we have descending resistance, but we also have ascending support right up there. Be looking to sell up here. We'll keep this one tight. We'll have our stop loss right there. Below that 790. Go ahead and throw it over there. Definitely looking for that break of that 8. There's that break of 8. Watching, looking for a continuation move, and now a break above this pivot there. 805. Testing 805. Breaking 805, looking for it to continue trending upwards. Got to keep in mind that it had sold off aggressively here, and so it needs strength to make its way back up. There's plenty of buyers stepping in here. There'll be resistance 818, 820. There's combined 16,000 shares on the ask on those two prices there. Testing 818, 6,000 shares on the ask, looking for it to break. Not quite budging so easily, but still testing it, breaking the 818, breaking the 820. Very nice. And we'll raise our stop loss. Since it skyrocketed, we're gonna raise our stop loss towards break even, so we cannot lose on this trade anymore. And we're raising it because if it comes down, it should hypothetically bounce off of this 805 or this $8 mark. If it doesn't bounce off of those, we'll just stop ourselves at break even, especially after having skyrocketed like this. If it does this, it gets riskier, as we mentioned before. So it could easily just come down and flush. We're getting this nice little short squeeze there. We want it to continue moving upwards. Retesting that 820. We're definitely our profit targets below the high of day, previous high of day 859, and it is hanging near these pivots there. Definitely strong resistance up here. We want to be selling. So the good thing about raising our stop loss towards break even is it keeps you sane, right? You're not gonna lose on this trade at all. We already took a winning trade earlier this morning, so we are officially in a stress-free position, right? It's a very good position to be in. And there it goes, continuing to squeeze, just a few more cents, 14 cents towards profit target. Looking to break these little asks there. 834, 838. Sort of stalling up here, as you can see, near 835. There's bid support at 829, 2,000 shares, 830 as well, 1,500 shares. We would definitely want to hold these bids. We don't want to break below these bids, which are hanging out right here. So if it squeezes like this, we want it to just squeeze until we take profit. As soon as it starts stalling, the story could elongate a few more minutes, meaning that it'll continue to stall. Maybe it'll fall down here, and then it'll take another 20 minutes till it hits our profit target. Instead, it could just squeeze, and in a matter of a minute or two or three, we take profit, you know, and we're out of this thing. So there it goes. So far, still testing those low 830 bids. See if it'll hold or if it'll break below. If it breaks below, we have some bid support at 822, which is down over here. 822, testing the 822 as a support. Will it hold at 822? It's kind of hesitating there to hold that level, isn't it? You'll see 821, 825. It's within this little range there. does seem more bearish at the moment, unless we get a sudden influx of buyers that pump this thing up. It's good to see a lot of green on the time and sales there. It's refreshing to see. Let's see. Here comes some buyers. There's some buyers coming in. They are sort of holding these levels. It hasn't continued to sell off at the moment. But will they continue to step in? But will the buyers continue to step in? That's the question. So if they don't, we're gonna have weakness and it'll fall. Okay, here comes some buyers back towards 832, 833 area. There's 834. We're gonna retest this pivot. It's high at 839. See if it makes it up there. Right up here. There's 834, 835. 838, 839, you can see that there's some resistance up here based on the level to ask. Right up here, that's this pivot there, sellers up here. Will there be enough buyers to buy them out? Continue to go up a few cents more. So another little pullback there. Now we are trying to hold the 830s. So there's definitely resistance up there. We're going to raise our stop loss towards 820. Boom. Therefore, if it shows strength, it'll boom, push upwards. But if it shows any weakness, we will get stopped out. Not at break even anymore. We will have a little profit to take with us if it shows any weakness now. So 828, there's a 5,000 share bid breaking below it. Yeah, because this resistance up here, it's pretty heavy. Think about it. But there is enough strength to hold this level here around the 820s. See it once again, trying to hold those 820s. Stop loss raised to above our entry point at 819. It's still trying to hold that level. You see that? There he goes, opening up some more, retesting the pivots high once again. There you go, 839, want to see it break 839. There's 840 on the ask. If you look at the level, the time in sales, excuse me, there's 838 passing by. We want to start seeing 840 here printing on the time in sales. There's 839 once again, looking for that 840. There's 840, 842, just 5 cents away from take profit. Boom, 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 just give us one little push more. We're selling before this ask at 850. There's 844, 847, 1 cent away. Our sell order is 848. Well, it did hit 848, but it didn't fill us to sell. So we want to see 849 up here. Just 1 cent away, and it didn't fill us to sell. That's interesting. It's just stumbling there. Oof, that's tough. Come on. It hit 848, didn't fill us to sell. And now we're back down towards 836. Just needed one little push more. That's why every cent matters there. Now the question is, will it make another move upwards and potentially fill our order, or will it just, that's it, it'll come back down? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, back towards 840. Just give us a little bump, and that's all we need. Still struggling there, eh? So yeah, update. We should have been out of this trade 4 minutes ago. It did hit 848. Our profit target is 848, but it did not fill us. And it finally filled us at 820 instead. So yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know. We can't get mad at these things. The thing that happens sometimes is that there are other traders with brokerages that have priority. They'll get filled a lot faster, quicker fills. Ours, it's not, doesn't have that priority, so boom, they got filled at 848. I didn't. Maybe needed to go up to 849. I would have gotten filled. completely. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So anyways, thanks guys for being here for the second trade, and I'll see you next time. Happy Friday. Bye.